from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We're getting new information on a story out of Park Rapids, Minnesota, where the all clear has been given after some tense moments.
Authorities there were very cautious over the discovery of possible explosives found on the west side of town. As it turned out, what they had was not explosives. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop is there and joins us from Park Rapids. Ashley?
That's right, Mike and Andrea. Things are a lot calmer here and back to normal here at a thrift store called Linda's Recycled Goods. That's where it all started this afternoon. Around 1:30, a box was donated to them. When they opened it, they saw some sticks with some wires around it, thinking that it was dynamite, and got very nervous and called authorities. They called Park Rapids Police, along with Hubbard County Sheriff's Office responded. And as a precaution, they decided to set up a half-mile barricade, evacuate those parts of the town. And here at Linda's Recycled Goods, they evacuated, shut down Highway 34 just in front of you there. Along across the street, a very popular restaurant called West 40 was evacuated. And much like I said, a half-mile, a block in each direction about is where they had barricades up and the city was around. Numerous agencies responded, along with the Crow Ring Bomb Squad. The Crow Wing Bomb Squad responded and eventually found out in that box was very old road flares. That's right, some very old road flares is what they thought was dynamite, but turned out to just be those road flares that were donated to them. Again, Highway 34 is back open this evening and life is back to normal for everyone. Police telling me that it was a scare for them, but they took the right precautions just as safety, and they were laughing and I should say, I guess, hopeful that things were a lot better than what they were this afternoon. In Park Rapids, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Park Rapids is located about 40 miles east of Detroit Lakes in Hubbard County.
We're also following a developing story out of Clay and Cass counties as the search is on for a man authorities say likely has a gun and could be dangerous. Early this afternoon, a woman called police saying her ex-boyfriend forced her into his SUV at gunpoint outside her Fargo apartment. Well, when they got to Dilworth, the woman pepper sprayed the man, escaped the SUV, and ran to the CVS in Moorhead. She was later taken to Sanford Emergency Room for treatment. Police say her injuries are minor. The woman has said that her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend is driving a dark-colored SUV with Texas license plates. She also believes he is homeless. Contact law enforcement if you have any information.
Amber Alerts have proven to be effective when a child is in danger. North Dakota's Amber Alert system isn't used often, but operators want to make sure when it is activated that you're paying attention.
Now, nationwide, Amber Alerts have led to the recovery of 868 children in large part because of the public. Reporter Bo Evans visited North Dakota's radio center to find out more about how Amber Alerts are executed.
4, 3, 1, 5. State radio is where North Dakota's Amber Alert program is initiated. It's only been activated 8 times since its inception.
We have only had one instance where the child was not recovered.
When it comes to child abduction scenarios, the more information that gets out quickly, the better.
A picture's like 1,000 words. People, they'll remember the photo versus what the physical description was.
Sergeant Patrick Hudson coordinates the Amber Alert program for Highway Patrol. As a father, it's even more important to him.
A group of individuals coming together for that common goal to find my child or anybody else's child that might be missing. Yes, it is comforting knowing that the Amber Alert system is there.
It's a high-stress environment from the moment an Amber Alert is initiated until the child is safely secured.
There is a sense that you can breathe again. There are times when we're in that situation and it feels like you're holding your breath until the child is located.
But it's a job employees say is more than worth it.
That was Bo Evans reporting. Today, the state will run a full test of the Amber Alert system as they do every year on May 25th, which happens to be National Missing Children's Day.
It's been one of those must-have hairspray days. Sure would like to see the wind die down, especially with a holiday weekend around the corner. Speaking of that, Hutch, you've got a heads up for us.
We do. Breezy with a few clouds this evening. Some sprinkles in our southern and southeastern counties. But hey, the big weekend is upon us, and some Starting it out tomorrow on Friday, we'll see temperatures to start our day near 50 degrees under clear skies. Not as much wind, but still a little breezy throughout your Friday afternoon. Temperatures should reach the 70s in the early afternoon, and we'll spend most of the early evening there as well. Pretty fair weather to close out the work week. Then for the remainder of your 3-day weekend, Memorial Day weekend, Saturday looks great. Sunday, not bad either, with temperatures in the 70s both days. Just a few scattered storms on Saturday. I think most will be to the north. Then on Monday, cooler north wind and temperatures in the mid-60s for many areas as we cool down a bit. Again, this evening, a few showers as you see on the radar there, mainly to the south. And that's all we'll have to be concerned about this evening. More in your hour-by-hour forecast, and we'll review that holiday weekend outlook here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
2 people are in jail accused of stealing some very valuable collectibles. Clay County investigators say they've recovered, among other things, World War II items and several guns. They're estimating the value of those items, $80,000. Investigators say that the collectibles were taken from a home near Barnesville. Justin Marlin and Amber Hedstrom are facing 9 felony theft charges.
This next story you'll only see here on Valley News Live. There's growing frustration as complaints mount over illegally parked trailers.
Fargo police say that trailers cannot be parked alone on the street. This summer, they're stepping up ticketing and towing. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric rides along with officers who say this is quickly becoming an issue they're getting tired of chasing.
On just about every Fargo street, you'll see one, your neighbor's new toy. The curb acting as their storage spot.
It's an issue that we chase every year. This year we're trying to stem all the hours that we put into chasing these people, talking to owners.
Police say starting this summer, they won't be so easygoing. Adding the call volume keeps going up every year.
Feels like we're getting a lot more calls to trailers parked unattached, blocking driveways, blocking sidewalks, blocking corners, blocking stop signs, and we have to go deal with these. And we talk to the people, they move it. A week later, they're back there dealing with the same thing.
And as we drove through North Fargo, we passed trailer after trailer.
I believe it's also parked in a no parking, and there's nothing for it to cones or tape or anything for drivers to see it.
After trailer.
Morning.
Hi.
Is this your trailer?
Is it in trouble?
Well, we're going to kind of talk about some issues with it, but...
Yeah, it's the boss's trailer.
Boss's trailer? So is it a construction company, or...?
Officer Moon using this as more of an educational moment instead of handing over a ticket. Another problem with trailers sitting on the side of roads for long periods of time is when the dog days of summer hits and it gets very warm, those trailers can actually start sinking down into the pavement, and that impacts your special assessments.
You can actually see right here where the trailer has sunk in, I'm guessing, from the wheel previously, if it's been parked here. That's the kind of damages that we get. That's the kind of things that affect your specials. You as the homeowners are the ones that get stuck footing the bill for that.
Officer Moon adds just last week he had a trailer towed that had sunk into the pavement. That road just repaved last fall. And if it's your trailer, fines are several $100s, plus you could be on the hook for the cost of road repair. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Now, we put a link to more information from the city of Fargo relating to parking ordinances. It's online. Just click on this story at valleynewslive.com.
The FM diversion project is slated for $20 million in federal funding through the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers work plan for fiscal year 2017. The project previously received a new start and $5 million in for construction in the Corps' work plan last year. That funding is being used for construction of the diversion inlet and control structure south of Horace. Financing for the project includes $450 million from the federal government, $570 million from the state of North Dakota, and more than $1.1 billion from local sales tax funds.
It's been a few years, but military aircraft will be returning to the Air National Guard unit in Fargo. What role the Happy Hooligans will be playing later on Valley News Live at 6.
And we have a few sprinkles in our southern and eastern counties. Other than that, we'll enjoy quiet evening weather. And that won't be the case for the entirety of your holiday weekend. Details in your hour-by-hour forecast are coming up right after this.